Experience a progressive lens engineered with AI from Essilor, powered by individual measurements of your visual behavior. A lens personalized to you by an Essilor expert. Discover Verilux XR Track and enjoy instantly sharp vision in motion and seamless transitions from near to far. Find your local Essilor expert today at Essilor.com.
Hello and welcome to Lifetime on Court, the podcast where we discuss your favorite made-for-TV movies. Whether you love to hate watch or hate yourself for loving them, pour up a glass of your favorite cocktail and join us. I am your host, Patrick Serrano, and my guests today are...
I am Drew Curran.
And I'm Kenny Metroff.
Kenny Metroff.
Yes, Kenny is back on the podcast after popular demand. Is that what they say? Popular demand?
Yeah.
No, really. Mm-hmm. People are like, oh, Kenny sounds hot. Get him back on the podcast.
That's right. Yep. And some would say I'm back in a big way, too.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah?
You can also say that.
So Kenny right now is wearing a shirt that has a little...
Finally.
Has a puff.
I know.
Finally wearing a shirt.
I like when he's shirtless on the podcast, so this for me is a letdown, but...
That's for the summer episode.
Historically, Kenny doesn't wear a shirt at all.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
But today, he is wearing a shirt with a blue or a red nose.
It's a Rudolph.
A Rudolph
holiday sweater, yes.
Yeah.
And Rudolph has glasses on.
Yeah, hipster Rudolph.
He's a hipster Rudolph.
Smart. He's very smart.
Yep. And has a Christmas hat on. So Kenny's
on
ready
brand. Ready for Christmas. Have you done a Christmas one, Kenny?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I have.
I'm like, okay. But a Lifetime
it
one?
Was, it was a
Hallmark.
I think it was a Hallmark.
Mm-hmm. It took place in a mountain town. The one that took place in the mountain town.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Usually
Hallmark. But now you're totally Lifetime.
that narrows
I'm
it
Lifetime.
down.
Yeah.
That narrows it down.
I've converted.
Did you notice a difference from Lifetime to Hallmark?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think the difference you probably wouldn't notice because you live in the world. There's actually people of color in the movies.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of more reflective of what life really is like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not just all white people all the time.
No.
You know?
It doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be. It probably never really is.
What we've learned, it doesn't have to be.
Right.
It doesn't have to be.
So Kenny's back.
I'm back.
And today we're talking about Christmas in Louisiana.
Who that there said they're going to be a Christmas this year?
Christmas.
Yes. Because, Christmas happens
Uh-huh.
other places than, what is it called? Like
Maine or Canada.
Connecticut.
Yeah.
But and that was my reservation going into this movie. I'm so used to mountain towns.
Right.
Like that's been
It's jolting.
that's what Big Christmas has been drilling into me this entire
It
time.
jolts you out.
It's true.
Jolts you out
So
of it.
I had to recalibrate, but I'm glad I did.
Great.
Well, and, Lifetime films in Louisiana pretty often because they get a tax credit there
Yeah,
because,
they get
they're trying to
sweet-
build up that economy.
Sweet tax
And
credit.
they have Cane's Chicken.
Mm-hmm.
The
I
original
love
Cane's Chicken.
Oh, they have
so
much
good.
food there.
Um,
We won't have. That's another podcast.
That's another
A
podcast.
whole another podcast.
Yeah.
I'm about to take this shirt off.
I don't. Keep it on.
The town that the movie is set in is a real town.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't do my research on that.
Well,
but
I did because
New Iberia.
New Iberia is a real town, and they filmed on location.
Oh,
so
wow.
this is really
Much
the
different.
town and really the place, which never happens.
No,
I mean, I
no.
don't think that's ever happened in a Christmas, Lifetime, or Hallmark movie. So I was very much like, whoa, wow, that's amazing. And the town's like, thank you so much. Like I saw just online, people were like, I'm live tweeting these, by the way.
Oh, nice.
They're like, oh, thank you so much for coming to our town and like helping our economy and, raising awareness for our town. I'm like, yeah.
Yes.
And you're like, yeah, cool, okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
That's what people should be doing.
Look
Not
at
outsourcing like Hallmark
Yeah.
goes to Canada and does all their shit in Canada.
I'll
so
be
they
fair,
avoid that tax.
To be fair, though,
It's a better business model.
The Canadian tax credit is a bit more than the U.S. tax credit.
But to Patrick's credit, they could still come up with, they could still set it in real American towns
Yeah.
to help drive business there.
Right.
Because usually a Hallmark movie, it's a made-up town. And it's
Right.
like, oh, Dear Snowflake, Montana.
Yeah,
Right,
Deer Snowflake,
exactly.
Montana.
Way probably is real.
Yeah, well,
That's actually
that
probably
way,
a real
yeah.
place.
You name the one real
I think
town.
that's the governor of Montana.
His name is Deer Snowflake.
All right, so Christmas in Louisiana, it stars Percy Daggs III,
Oh,
Great name.
Hell yeah.
Jana Kramer, and
Okay,
Dee
man.
Wallace, our girl Dee Wallace.
Oh, Dee Wallace? Yes.
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 She's a TV movie kind of VIP. She's playing the grandma in anything she can get
Oh,
her
yeah.
hands on these days.
I mean,
And boy, does she meddle.
She's a meddling grandma.
She's a meddling grandma.
I thought you were going to be like, she's fucking metal.
oh,
Well, yeah.
nice.
Well, to the extent that she meddles, she's metal about it. Yeah.
She's also the mother in E.T. So
yes,
just so
she
you know.
is,
There you go.
which we've talked about, which scares the listener, so we can't talk about ET anymore.
Because aliens scare listeners. I guess.
Well, and she was like, I don't like that. So I appreciate you, and I'm not going to talk about it.
Yeah.
But really, what else
We
has Dee
digress.
Wallace been in? I mean, that's it.
But really, like, let's talk about it.
But that's it.
Aliens are real. and
Okay,
they've
all right.
been here for a long time.
So
All right.
we start off. It's 2004. Whoa. I know. We're going way back in time.
Okay.
We have a
Some
crowning.
might say 15 years ago.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a long time ago.
Crowning of Mr. and Miss Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
The town does this every year. And we have Sarah. Her family is for a long line of winners. I think
yeah.
it's her mom and her grandma, Dee Wallace, are previous winners.
Yeah.
I think Dee Wallace was the first winner ever.
She was.
But I have a qualm with that because I saw someone older than Dee Wallace at the reunion later. But we'll get to it. We'll get
That's,
to it.
Okay.
You're assuming age.
Fine. I'm ageist.
You're ageist.
You're an ageist.
Ageist. Ageist?
You're an age cyst.
Okay, I hear it
But-
now. I hear it now that you said it.
But
I'm ageist. Sometimes you just have to hear something to learn it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm an audio learner.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I have a
great.
podcast.
That's why.
I teach myself so much. Okay, so there's also Luke. He is crowned Mr. Christmas. So Sarah's Miss Christmas, Luke is Mr. Christmas.
And that's
Ve-
And they're-
Percy Daggs. That's Percy Daggs.
Percy Daggs the third.
The
Don't
third.
Oh, the third.
confuse. Yeah.
Not the first or the second, the third.
Mr. Daggs is Grandpa's name.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And they get up on stage and they're like, "We won! Hooray!" They're a couple. They're like a real life couple. They're not just Mr. and Mrs. Christmas. And on stage, Luke leans over to whisper to Sarah that he wants to break up with her, except he leans directly into the microphone and says it to everyone.
Yeah. So the town,
Uh-oh.
everyone in New Iberia hears this breakup.
And it becomes the thing.
It
like
is.
everyone talks
No,
about it
that's
forever and ever.
huge.
It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, if that happened to me at like if I saw that happen to somebody, like I would just die laughing forever.
It would just be amazing. You'd be
And I
like,
would tell everyone I know forever.
Yes.
Yes.
Glad
But
this happened.
you guys are a little insensitive. Think about it. If you went back to your hometowns and they brought up your biggest high school breakup every time you were there, and you're like, the whole town's been talking about it ever since you. I mean,
Ever since, I would be like, that is
They're like, well,
sad.
It wasn't. Yeah, that's
sad.
true. Don't you have anything else to talk about?
Yeah.
no, nothing's happened here. 15
Happened
years.
here.
Right? Flash to 15 years later, Drew.
15 years later.
That's now 2019.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah, no,
I
it is.
had to add it up real quick. So Sarah is a no-nonsense Boston lawyer. She's from Boston. She's a lawyer.
Boston law.
She likes
yeah.
coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Is this Boston accent that I'm doing? Boston
Yeah.
coffee lawyer.
No,
No,
that's a
that's-
little more Long Island. but
That's a little Long Island, but yeah.
What's a
Long
Boston?
Island.
What
Boston-
Boston's
like-
like, yeah,
I'm gonna get. I'm
park
gonna,
your car in Harvard Yard.
I can get the pot for your car, but I'm gonna have to special order it.
Okay, I can't do that.
Or you could go Kennedy's, like, you know, ask not what your country can do for you.
Right. Okay, I got you.
Yep.
So she's headed back to Louisiana for the holidays. It's the 50th anniversary of the crowning of Mr. and Mrs. Christmas, so they're having everyone who's ever been a Mr. and Mrs. Christmas come to
okay.
the town.
Cool.
And she's like, I don't want to see Luke, but I'll go. And he's not going to be there anyways because he has to visit his family in
Texas.
Texas.
Yeah, because he has some Texas bullshit.
Yeah, so he's not even going to be there.
He's
So
got
she
to
doesn't
drill
care.
for oil or something.
But of course, the first person she runs into when she's there is him. He has this like adorable dog, and he's like, "Don't worry though, I'm going to Texas.
It's not yours."
Oh,
I said,
it's
"Don't
not
worry,
your
it's
dog.
not yours."
It's not your."
Yeah. Well, then the other thing is the dog's name is Ace. And as soon as she sees the dog, she's like, "Oh my God, you were just a puppy." Last time I was on, he's like, "Yeah, dogs grow a bit in 15 years."
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
that
about to
dog
die.
is-
The
Yeah.
dog is about to die.
That dog has lived a very long life. Okay, that's a long life for a
Wait,
dog.
what was it? A pug?
No,
it
a
was
golden retriever.
Golden retriever.
Oh, those dogs last long.
But they get ear infections,
They do.
so we gotta be
I
careful.
guess.
So, Dee Wallace is like very excited that Sarah's back in town, and she's like meddling in everyone's relationships to the point where, she is like, Sarah, like Luke's in town. Like, did you see him yet? Like, what's going on? And Sarah's like, it's been 15 years. We don't talk. Like, what do you care? But she's very invested.
And that's her mom?
her grandma.
Her grandma. Okay.
And the grandma is also very invested in the mom's love life too.
Grandma already?
What?
I guess she's been a grandma.
Dee Wallace? Yeah, she's a grandma.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay, I can.
She's been a grandma in many a Lifetime movies.
I can't help, but she's just E.T. mom.
I know.
Sorry, anyone who's afraid of aliens.
Okay, stop talking about aliens. So
That's a different podcast.
it is.
I'm just afraid of movie credits. So you
Right.
can keep those down.
Just so you can trigger that.
Yeah.
Dee Wallace has a bunch of like memorabilia, like from. She has like sashes and stuff, and like little pins that like all the like stuff you get when you win.
Yeah.
So she's like, "Oh, let's put on your thing from the past," and they're like, "We can't believe you have this." She's like, "Of course I do. I'm obsessed with Miss Christmas. I was the first one."
It's all I care about. Yeah.
But also, she has a good relationship with her Mr. Christmas.
Great
and-
chemistry.
Yeah, they were crowned Mr. and Mrs. Christmas, and they have been together ever since.
Back in the day, and then still going. Great.
And that guy, he is the guy who plays her husband. He was in another movie where I don't even know if we talked about.
Oh, Barry Bostwick?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's in a
dude.
ton of stuff.
He's in Rocky Horror Picture Show. He's in like all. I mean,
He's great.
Stop it! I'm scared.
He's.
All these movie credits.
It's scary.
He is really, really good. So then they have like a little party, like a group photo with all the winners. And they're like, okay, we're going to put Sarah in the middle because she doesn't have her Mr. Christmas. How sad for her. But then who shows up?
Like right on cue.
There it is.
Luke. He's
Luke.
there. And he's like, I couldn't get to Texas. I have to
Yeah.
watch my, what? He has like a business in town? A farm? Or he wants to be a vet?
We come to find out that he is a veterinarian, and he, spoiler alert, bought the building that he and Sarah had their first kiss at. So he's dropping anchor in New Iberia. You know, he messed with Texas. Done. He's back.
He tried to mess with Texas. Realized he couldn't.
Realize he couldn't.
Because you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't do it.
Uh-huh. And then I don't know what this equivalent would be for Louisiana. So, wanna Louisiana.
You want to Louisiana?
Yeah.
I love it. That's
so-
it. You want to Louisiana?
It's like
if
a
the
Fanta.
Tourism Bureau of
Yeah.
Louisiana wants
Sure.
to use that.
That's where
yeah.
Fanta comes from, is Louisiana.
Oh. So
Well, not
he shows
Louisiana.
up, and Sarah's like, what the hell are you doing here? But they take a picture, and they agree to a truce because they have been fighting for 15 years since he broke up with her. They haven't talked. And they're like, we're having a truce.
I mean, that's the
And
most
in
embarrassing
public,
breakup.
though. That's
Like-
in public. That's
Yeah.
a rememberable.
Well, and I
On a PA
understand.
system.
Yeah, I understand her anger about it or whatever, but also, like,
Get over it.
get over it. And
Yeah.
also, you're not really going to see him that much because you're just taking a photo. And then there's like one more event that they have to do.
Except for Grandma went and meddled.
Yes.
Oh, no.
So
Grandma.
now there's a whole bunch of stuff they have to do this week.
Well, and explain that a little bit, Kenny, because my notes say like they're doing all this stuff for like a big event, but I'm not really sure what the hell.
Well, the big event, remember the big event was the it was like a reception. It was a big
for the Mr. and Mrs. Christmas. Yeah, like a reunion.
Almost like a reunion. It was the week culminated in a big fancy, ball.
It was very vague. It was very vague.
Very vague.
Yeah.
But they needed cookies for it. They needed decorations, and then
right.
So grandma, she's pulling the strings and all this, and she just needed all this help, and it just so happened that Sarah and Luke had to do everything together.
Right. So she's like partnering them together. Mm-hmm. So a little bit about the dynamic going on
Dee
here.
Wallace.
The actor Percy. What did we say?
Percy Daggs III.
Percy Daggs III is a goofy guy. Mm-hmm. He's a goofy guy.
But like the guy, the dude.
The actor is like goofy, like going for like jokes, like very physical, like lots of face
doing
stuff
like
going
pranks on set.
Exactly. And it seemed to me that the actress was like not into it.
Oh.
She's like, I want to be in a romance movie. And he's like in a comedy.
Yeah.
That's the dynamic that I got there. And
He's
it
a
was
comedian.
like, it was a little strange because I'm like,
So it'd be like if Kenny here was black on a set.
sure.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
could see
Basically, Kenny being in a romance movie is totally spot on.
Yeah.
But I feel like you could tone it down where you could be like.
I mean,
leading
Kenny's
it.
a very professional actor.
Yeah.
But I could see Kenny doing that.
Playing some pranks.
Oh,
It's good to play some pranks.
But it was just that kind of dynamic. So the relationship didn't really come together because also her character hates him, but it seemed like the actress kind of hated him also.
So it kind of worked. But
I guess it was
okay.
just interesting.
See,
to
I
me.
didn't pick up on that, but
No.
but I did pick up on the actress not being able to like joke around.
Yeah.
I could see that.
She was not.
She's like,
she had no sense of
okay.
humor.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
enough. Yeah.
But it's supposed to be like endearing, I guess. Maybe that's what they were going for.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's the goofy guy, and she's like, "Be serious." But it,
But
though.
you also have to remember she dumped him 15 years ago on a microphone in front of all of New Iberia.
Wait,
And they're
he
still
dumped
talking
her.
about
He
it.
dumped her.
Oh, no, he dumped her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the PA. Okay.
Right.
In public.
So
She hasn't gotten over that breakup, so how is she going to be able to just all of a sudden joke around with this guy?
okay,
That's fair.
that's a fair point.
That's fair.
You're right, Kenny. You're right.
Just saying.
So
I get it.
they bake cookies that Kenny had mentioned. Whenever baking happens, Drew is looking for a flour fight.
Flower fight.
What do we get instead?
Icing fight.
An icing fight?
Out
Icing
of
fight.
pipettes.
I think that's just as good.
Do you?
I think that is just as good.
I don't know. You'd have to see it because I thought it
looked
was
like
gross
a lot of jizz going
and
on
disrespectful.
people's face.
Yes, I thought it was gross, disrespectful, not family friendly, and inappropriate.
Well, we're not looking for family friendly. This is Lifetime.
I know, but it literally exploded all over her face. And I was like, I can't.
But it was green.
It was
Is that
green.
helpful?
It was
Is that
green.
helpful?
It wasn't
green.
white. Thank
It was
God.
Grinch.
Yeah.
It was Grinch.
Thank God.
Grinch jizz.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Grinch jizz.
So they get into a frosting fight, which
You're
was
a
like
mean
supposed
one.
to be cute, but I just thought it was disgusting and not cute. Did you think it was cute?
I could see now how you. I did not perceive it as.
Grinch jizz.
Yeah, Grinch just as a,
You didn't see it as Grinch
a-
jizz? That's the first thing I thought of.
Okay.
as a pearl necklace.
All right. Okay. All right.
For the holidays.
So they have the fight,
A
but,
Grinch necklace.
but they call a truce. They call a truce. And next,
But are they having fun though doing it? That's the
Yeah.
real. That's the big part.
he was.
Okay,
The actress was
so
like, I have to put what on my face? Can we just do the flower fight and just be done with
Can
it?
we just because flour's easy to get off?
Yeah. Yeah. The actress was not into it.
Okay,
Um,
that's too bad.
But she tried to act like she was into
she,
it.
you
And
know,
let me tell you what, that performance was not effortless. A lot of effort was put into that performance.
yeah. So next we go around town. We have
Wait, you forgot to mention after the icing fight, she got a conference call from Boston lawyers.
oh,
And oh man, she had that Grinch jizz all over her face for that conference.
that
call.
was the whole point of having the frosting, I think, was so that when she called, it was like a bit with like the people Skyping in and being like, what are you?
Oh, she had to Skype in?
Yeah, she had to Skype in and be like, oh, don't worry about the green stuff all over my face. I'm just baking cookies. And they're like, so about the report of the whatever.
well-
About the report.
They're like, your trial's got a new liar.
Try's got a new
Oh,
liar.
yeah, a new judge.
Nice.
But yeah, then then they saw Luke also there, and she, thinking quick on her feet, made Luke her intern. Ugh. Did not like that move.
Okay.
It's
Was he like yes-anding it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, he
that's
got
fun.
out a clipboard and he just started like writing on it.
That's fun. I like that though.
So-
was that not fun though? I think that would be
Here's
like
the
a
thing.
fun thing.
He's fun. She's not.
Yeah.
He's fun. She's not.
He's yes-anding? She's
Exactly.
not.
That is the whole. That is my whole thing for this movie.
She's no budding.
She's
Okay.
no budding. He's yes anding. Okay, so Sarah's mom is having this like B plot with a photographer. Like she
has a meet cute.
yes, like he is like I don't know why he's in the town. Like he gets assigned to the town randomly, and then she like is like, oh, take my picture.
Well, they literally bumped into each other when
Well, of
he
course.
was taking photos.
And spilled something.
I can't remember that.
Was there
but
coffee or something that spilled?
Nah.
Okay. Then that's not a meet cute.
But he comes on super strong. His name's Mark, and he comes on way too strong for my liking. And but the thing was, like, so the mom kept telling Grandma, like when they were having girl time, that like, oh, he's so cute, and Grandma starts to meddle there too, and she's like, oh yeah, he is very attractive. I'm like, I mean, I don't, unless I'm missing something, Patrick.
Age appropriately attractive.
I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I did not find him
the actor-
attractive, but
Brian McNamara?
What's he been in? He looked familiar.
CSI, man.
That's it.
scared.
That's it.
I'm scared.
CSIS.
Oh,
Not
don't say
with
the
these
credits. Never
credits.
mind. Don't say the
Not with
credits.
these credits.
So
CSI.
But-
Oh, you know what else he was in? Arachnophobia.
Spiders.
Spiders don't bother me. Movie.
No, but the reason they have the photographer is to like have the photographer go around and they get like all the shots of the town with like Sarah and Luke and the mom.
and getting good press for the 50th anniversary.
Exactly. So he kind of serves as a plot point as
Okay.
well.
Okay.
And Dee Wallace is meddling in both their relationships. So let's not forget that she is very much meddling. the
Yeah,
whole
and
time.
I just want to say that I am, shout out to my grandma. I love her very much, and I'm very appreciative. She does not try to force me to get back with any of my exes from high school, because like Dee is going above and beyond.
I don't think my grandma ever knew about any of she didn't know about any. One.
Right.
It would be really
Oh,
hard. But
She only knows my wife.
Sure,
Or knew.
exactly.
yeah.
Rest in peace, Grandma. But she knew Amy.
Yeah.
Right.
She knew her.
But imagine
it.
if you took your wife home to Christmas and your grandma's like, oh, well, I just really liked you with your ex from high school.
I know. Can you imagine?
I'd been like,
Yikes.
oh, God. Oh, Grandma, that's enough.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
But
move on.
you'd kind of have to do whatever Grandma said.
Yeah, because it's your grandma.
It's your grandma.
And it's Christmas.
And it's Christmas.
And it is Christmas. You can't. You
All right,
can't
all right.
shit on Grandma
So-
on Christmas.
Luke and Sarah are decorating a boat. They
A boat. Wait, decorating a boat?
I'm sorry.
it's
We're in
Louisiana.
Louisiana. So in Louisiana, what they do, instead of like a parade, they do a boat parade.
Oh, like a. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
There's like a tributary that goes
with like
through
Christmas lights and
A
stuff.
boat. Like
Yeah.
parade boat.
Like I'd never seen anything like this, and it does come back later, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm in love with it."
town. Yeah,
Like,
that's
I was
what
so
same page,
yeah.
Patrick.
I
I was
loved it.
worried there was no snow, no mountains, but boy, when I saw them boats go down that river, man,
Yeah,
Boat go
like-
down that river.
I was
that
like,
there.
now that's Christmas in the
That-
bayou.
it made me
Yeah.
want to go and experience a Christmas and just like do a Christmas in different places every year. You know,
Yeah.
it would be fun
they
to
have
see what
different
different
things.
places are doing.
They have different things.
Anyways, that's neither here nor there. We'll get there. So, Dee Wallace is delighted that Luke and Sarah are like going on a date. The mom and the photographer are going on a date, and she's like, "Oh yes, let me know how the date goes." So, Luke and Sarah go to the veterinarian place that we talked about.
The unfinished, yeah.
And he gives her the tour, and he tells her that, like, you know, it's not just because he kissed her there that he bought it, but, you know, it's a nice perk.
Yeah, it's nice
It was the
plot.
only place downtown he could afford, but it also was the place they had their first kiss.
Right. And they sit on the floor, they eat Chinese out of the boxes, our favorite trope of a TV movie or any movie ever.
Yeah.
However, small town Louisiana, I'm not going to trust that Chinese takeout.
I'll eat Chinese takeout anywhere.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'd be fine. I'd be fine with it.
Anywhere in the world, I will eat Chinese
Chinese
takeout.
takeout.
Anywhere.
That's
Well,
fair.
I'm a diva.
I just love Chinese
If
so much.
I'm in Louisiana,
You spoiled little piece
You
of
little
shit.
spoiled.
You little spoiled
Kenny.
piece of shit.
Just
With your
give me some-
Chicago
yeah.
world. Yeah.
give me some crawdads, bringing me some beignets.
Okay, there you go.
That's all I want.
You only eat local. You only eat
right.
local.
Crawdad or crawfish
Mm-hmm.
beignets. That's
There you go.
good.
So
Thank you.
they finally talk about the microphone incident because Luke didn't realize that the microphone will project everything, obviously.
Right.
And he was saying that he was like having kind of like it seemed like Sarah had her whole life figured out because she was destined to be Miss Christmas. She's from a line of Miss Christmas, and her grandma married Mr. Christmas. So Sarah would therefore marry Luke, and he wasn't sure if he wanted that at 17, which
Yeah.
totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Yeah.
And
No,
she
no one-
responds by saying, "Yeah, I didn't think we were going to get married either, dude. Like, I didn't have my life planned that far in advance. I just wanted to win Miss Christmas."
Yeah, we're 17.
yeah.
We're 17.
But
years old.
also, you could have broke up with me backstage.
But in a different
Not with
moment.
a,
Sure.
not in front of a live mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were both like under pressure and like to like be like the perfect teenager, you know, which I can relate to because I was the perfect teenager.
Yeah.
Much like, you know,
Me
Britney
too.
Spears.
No, me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. My entire town just loved every relationship I was in
Right.
and really rooted for me.
Exactly.
Yeah, totally.
So I get it. They almost kiss, but an app goes off, and it's the town Christmas app, and it's like, bloop, bloop, bloop. Oh, we're having the Christmas party dance tomorrow. Don't forget.
There's someone programmed an app.
Ooh,
Programmed an
Grandma
app. Grandma did it.
got to keep her own schedule.
Grandma knows.
And she
code.
made Sarah download
She
that
knows
app. She was like,
JavaScript.
"You better download that app, granddaughter."
Grandma knows that JavaScript.
She does. So we're at the 2019 pageant for Mr. and Miss Christmas, and they're crowning the new Mr. and Miss Christmas. Okay. Now, the new Mr. and Miss Christmas are also going through a breakup.
Yeah.
The guy is like not into it, and the girl's like, "What do I got to
There's
do?"
a teenager named Carol, which I
Oh,
also
that was
enjoyed.
yeah.
Her name was Carol.
Carol. I was like, it was his name, Carol. Carol is like, I know, Sarah, you've been through a breakup on stage in front of everybody. It's so funny. I wasn't there, but I think about it and I laugh about it all the time.
All the time.
And Sarah's like, thank you for that. And okay, what
Yeah.
did you want? Who are you?
Who are you?
Oh yeah,
And-
and she called her 40.
Oh, yeah. She did.
She's like,
She's
wow.
And Sarah's like, I'm not 40.
Yeah.
Not 40.
But Carol's like, I'm going through a similar situation. What's your advice? And Carol basically misinterprets the advice to like, get your man, never let your man leave you, no matter what he says. Just always be with your man and like make him love you.
No.
Like force him to love you.
No, that's bad. That's bad advice. That's bad advice.
And Sarah's like, I didn't mean that. And Carol's like, I got it. I got this.
Too late. Too late. Already locked in.
Too late. I heard what I needed to hear or
Yes.
wanted to hear.
That's it. I locked in.
Totally. So, of course, Carol and that boyfriend win, and then they break up like right after. And
At least they did it right. That's what she should have gave be like, just tell if you guys are going through a breakup, break up after
Yes.
you're not on stage in front of a microphone in front of a ton of people.
right. But Sarah's watching the breakup happen like off stage, and she's like, oh my God, they're just like me and Luke. And then they crown the all-time winner of Mr. and Miss Christmas, which is, of
All-time.
course, Dee Wallace, because who wouldn't pick
Yeah,
Dee Wallace
the
if she's in the
originals.
running?
Yeah.
The originals. But Dee Wallace is like, I want to give this to my granddaughter Sarah and Luke because they didn't have a chance. And, we all know about the microphone thing.
Yeah.
Right? Am I right?
And she's like, this is the ultimate meddling.
Yes,
Get on
exactly.
up here.
So then they're like supposed to do a couple dance, but Sarah's like, I'm sorry, I can't. And she runs off because she's like upset by seeing the young people
Just
fight.
all the things.
Yeah.
No, it's just a nightmare. What a nightmare to live in.
And she gets so upset that she leaves town. She gets on a flight to wherever we said Boston, and she misses out on like the whole festival part.
Yeah.
Where they had a tamale trolley.
Yeah. She again ruined the Christmas festivities
And
for
the boat
New
parade.
Iberia.
Yeah. She leaves all that behind. And we see her like, I thought she was going to like get to the plane and then like not get on. But she gets on the plane. She gets a notification from her app to like stop her. Like she's pulling up her ticket and then it's the notification. She's like, oh, I'm missing the boat parade. And she's like, oh, well.
D knows C++, and she's
Right.
like, coding.
Yeah.
And she like closes the app and just gets on the plane. And I was like, oh my God, she just got on the plane. She didn't run back. I was heated at this point. And then we get Luke. He's on his boat with his dog. And some like redneck man. Sorry to redneck man. Sorry, redneck man. But
Rednecks don't listen to this
it's fine.
podcast.
But, I don't want to say a redneck. I want to say the appropriate thing.
There's
But that's literally what he was.
No, there's no conscientious. There's no political correctness of a redneck.
He's a bayou man.
Yeah.
A bayou man. Okay, that's good.
He's living on the bayou.
boat
He lives
captain.
on the bayou,
Yes, he like probably does boat tours.
and he probably can't understand what he did.
Exactly. That was totally the vibe. And Sarah runs down the dock and she's like, wait. I'm going to get on the boat now. I'm here. And you're like, what? She didn't get on the plane. So they get on the boat and they're like, we love each other.
Yeah.
And
It
they
was real
kiss.
cute.
And the boat rides
Well,
off.
they were kissing so long that the bayou man goes, we got to catch up with the rest of the parade.
That exactly. And that was his line. And that's why I called him a redneck man.
Yeah.
Because I was like, whoa.
But
it was like
my thinking
But it's
too,
on
because
like
I'm
one of those
such a
fan fucking boats, like the.
No, it was like a
just
normal
more
boat.
of like a normal like
Oh.
But
deep sea fishing boat.
The actor had the most southern accent I've ever heard.
Yeah.
So he probably just had like an actor who's like, get on, get down, get
Yeah.
you.
It was like me in the show you just saw where I had to be a country person and had to put on a really country accent.
It was you were phenomenal.
Thank you.
You were the best thing on stage.
But you also should mention too that Dee's husband dedicated a park bench to them so that they could watch the boat parade. Who joins them? But the mom and the reporter guy, because they're now dating.
Oh, okay.
And one of my favorite parts of that B plot was that the reporter guy said,
Barry Bostwick.
yeah,
Barry Bostwick.
yeah, of CSI.
I've seen that.
And so he said, sorry if I came on strong, which he came on super strong, taking creepy pictures of her and just kissing her without her like
Consent
Yeah.
at all. Yeah.
And but then he goes, it's like my daughter always says, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. I was like, you sure that's your daughter? I think that was Wayne Gretzky. Wayne Gretzky, your daughter?
Is Wayne Gretzky your daughter?
Maybe.
Or Larry Bird, one of those? I was like, I'm pretty sure you're
If you don't ask, the answer's always no.
Yeah.
Boo-boo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Like, I think your daughter's plagiarizing.
Yeah. So
But the four of them are on the bench
They're on
watching
the
the parade,
bench.
and what happens?
the boat goes by and there's Luke and the dog and Sarah and like waving. And Dee Wallace is like, who's that on that boat? And then she gets some binoculars and she's like really meddling now, like with binoculars, like
Oh,
looking,
she's
you know what I
like-
mean? I'm like,
yeah.
what the hell's going on?
While
And then
she's-
fireworks.
While she's coding an
Yes.
app. on
And
her
fireworks go off because she's like, that's my girl. That's my girl. And then fireworks go off and the movie ends. That's
That's
it.
perfect.
That's it.
Perfect.
The last line is like, that's my girl.
That's my girl.
Yeah, that's my
Who
girl.
that girl now?
That's my girl.
Who that my girl?
Yeah.
Oh, and when they were eating Chinese food, their fortune cookies were just like so on the nose for their situation. It was like,
Hell-
you will
oh,
be
hell
eating
yeah.
this with like a high school sweetheart that you need to be back with. I'm like, oh, grandma made those fortune cookies too.
God, he made those.
Yeah.
She hacked into the place that makes fortune cookies.
Yeah.
I think so. Dee's a hacker.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that's what it is.
I think
This
that's the
is what-
subtext
which-
of this movie.
Look it up. This will scare me, but was she in the movie Hackers? I think she was.
No, she was
No,
not. No, Dee Williams was not in the movie.
All right, all right. So on the podcast, we either pour it
She at
up
least
or
got a
put,
callback.
That would be amazing.
cork in it. Kenny, what are you going to do to this movie?
I'm going to pour it up.
Yeah.
Here's why. One, boat parades look amazing.
Yeah, they did look really good, even on camera.
Even on camera.
Who that boat parade?
Two, especially from being on this podcast, really opening my eyes to the diversity that needs to be in these movies. I think they did a nice job with having a more diverse cast and never really mentioning like anything, like they were just a couple. They didn't make it a big deal that they were an interracial couple. Everyone was like, yeah, cool.
Right.
They need to be together, and that was awesome. And then number three, it had one of my favorite tropes in these movies: the best friend who has all the time in the world to talk about the main character's love life.
Yeah.
Because there's like one little split scene where there was a coworker back in Boston, cozy on her couch with a little bit of wine. It's just like Saturday night, like, oh, I don't have anywhere to
I'm
be.
on Netflix and
Yeah.
chill by myself, dude.
No, let me talk about your love life.
Yeah.
Oh, girl, go on.
Yep, it's true.
So,
Yeah, that's awesome.
There you go.
I'm
True.
gonna pour it up too. Mostly because like Dee Wallace sort of gets a automatic pour up.
Yeah, it's true.
I wish there was like, and there's a German or not German Shepherd, what
Golden Retriever.
Golden Retriever
named Ace.
or Cujo, which she was in Cujo.
Yes. Okay.
So I'm just gonna throw that in there.
Interesting.
But I will
Interesting.
I will pour it up because of all the things Kenny just said. I will add to it that it's like we don't need a snowy Christmas because not all Christmases are snowy.
That's true.
We don't all live in Colorado.
No,
We don't all live in Chicago.
Chicago's cold.
Chicago's cold. We get a snowy Christmas every day
Every day.
up until then. So I'm pouring it up.
All right. I'm gonna put a cork in it.
Oh, no.
Okay. I know it's controversial.
Right now, it is between
It
me
is
and Kenny.
between
Yeah.
yes.
There's
I like
tension
that
in this
that it
room.
was filmed in New Iberia and the town got a lot of like publicity. That's great. I like that it was written by a woman, Emily Moss Wilson, and she's from Louisiana. She also
better.
directed the movie. I like that.
Yeah.
I just thought
Then
something
then
was
what's
off.
the problem?
Something was off with the romance. I didn't get the romance.
I
And this was
Okay.
only based on romance. This whole movie, the whole thing was a romance. It didn't have enough Christmas to
Yeah.
make it a Christmas movie, and it didn't have enough romance to make it a romance movie for me. So I think something was just weird with like the actors.
Something was off.
Not like, the writing. The writing was fine. I think just the actors. I
They
hope
just
they liked
weren't-
each other, but I kind of feel like backstage maybe they didn't like each other.
Okay.
So they didn't have the chemistry like the grandparents did.
The grandparents had
Grandparents
good
had great
chemistry,
chemistry.
Okay.
and even the mom and the photographer, their chemistry was kind of off too. Like I wasn't like, oh, I see them being together. I believe that Dee Wallace and that who would it, Barry Bosworth?
Yeah, Barry Bosworth.
I believe they
Yeah.
have been married forever.
Yeah.
They're
I mean-
good actors.
I mean, you thought Lady
sorry,
Gaga and Bradley
Bostwick.
Cooper were in love? Mm-mm.
No. So
Bostwick,
yeah, I was
not
just
Bosworth.
missing it a little bit, and like maybe they just didn't have enough time like on set to kind of like get things together. But I think starting off with like a contentious thing, it wasn't like a moonlighting contentious. Like it wasn't like Sybil Shepherd and what's his name? Oh my god,
What?
Bruce Willis.
Oh, Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the most famous like contentious will they won't they?
Oh, yeah.
And like I didn't feel that from this. So
That's fair.
that's why I'm putting a cork in it.
That's
Now,
fair.
Can I ask you something, Patrick?
Yes.
I've had the I've been very fortunate. I've been on this podcast a couple of times. What I want to know from you is if Lifetime or Hallmark or your choice threw an unlimited budget to you, what would your most diverse holiday movie look like?
Oh.
And can I be the coworker best friend that talks to you on the phone and has nothing else going on in their life?
Sure, of course.
Okay, perfect. Now
Yeah.
tell me about the rest of the movie.
I mean, I don't know. I'd probably set it in a different country.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Or like you're in like Italy and you're making like a international call.
Yeah.
And like you're up and running, it's daytime where you are, but it's like nighttime where Kenny is.
Right.
And cuddling up in the couch. It's like, girl, what are you talking about? What?
Yeah, totally. I don't
But
know.
what other diverse elements have not been featured in these movies?
Right. I mean, like, you know, we do a lot of small towns. We're going to go to a city one next because Kenny's getting the best of both worlds. But I really feel like, you know, getting some type of different, like maybe not in America, maybe a traveling at Christmas type of thing. I haven't seen like a good travel one where you like have to like go. I mean, there's like 4 Christmases where you do like go to the different houses. But like actually like traveling during Christmas, like if Home Alone went on the trip they were going on.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Like
Instead of leaving the
France or
kid at home, like what's that? What's that?
Being
Is that alternate universe where they
negligent?
actually all go on vacation?
Yeah, I
together?
want to
Like,
see the vacation.
That's
Christmas-
good. Our house is fine. Everyone's with us.
Instead of a negligent
Yeah.
parent.
Exactly.
But,
Yeah,
but
that'd be
have there
nice.
been
Twice.
Have there
Doing
been,
it twice.
Oh, twice.
Have
Well,
there been
for-
any movies with same-sex relationships? Have there been any?
No same sex. That's like a big no-no for Christmas movies at this time in 2019. So, you know, I mean, it would be the same thing
Yeah.
because, you know, they're not going to like have gay sex on screen because they don't have straight sex on screen.
Yeah, there's no.
You know, there's no sex scene in any of these Christmas movies, so I don't understand why a gay relationship would be different. So it would be the same thing, you know?
Yeah.
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 I know. I guess I would kind of like to see these movies with all the tropes that you've talked about, but then you just plop in, like,
Oh, yeah.
it's like a same-sex relationship, or it's you know, even a more diverse couple, or you know,
Totally.
so it's just like really just playing with
The
all
formula is the
different
formula. The formula works with anything,
Yeah.
any like person that you put in there. So it's just having the ability to do that, and then you know, a lot of companies don't want to do that because it's you know,
Risky.
a risk.
It's risky.
Air quotes risk.
Business risk.
Yeah. They won't get the views if they put a gay couple in there. Then only gays would watch it. You know, that's
but
what,
like I guess I was saying, like, if you didn't have to worry about that,
if I didn't have to
like,
worry
what
about
would
it.
you- yeah.
Yeah. Then I
And
would,
then I also want to say one of the main characters has to work out in some rural environment, and then there's families in the big city, and then the family's like, oh, what do you got to run off to your farm? Can't you just be here and be present? And Chris, oh, you got a conference call with your cows.
yeah.
You know?
Totally.
'Cause it's always the person
the
leaving the
opposite.
small town.
Right,
Yeah, going
yeah.
to the big
Always
city.
being
You
like
just
the lawyer.
take it and flip it. Sure.
Yeah.
That works.
Be like, yeah, I fucking run a whole dairy farm.
Yeah.
Do you understand
Yeah.
how hard that is?
It's a lot of
You know.
things.
You don't know because you're city folk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got to run a fucking business, dude.
It's
Well,
true.
you are city folk. Not anymore, Dad.
Not anymore, Dad.
All right. That wraps up our conversation about Christmas in Louisiana. But
Yeah.
before we go,
Now, Christmas.
Who got that Christmas?
we have our favorite segment of this week and every week. What you say? Candace, Cameron, Bure. On my wedding day, catch the bouquet. Candace hates the gays. Candace, Cameron, Bure. Drinking rosé, eating creme brulee. Can't share with me. Candace, Cameron, Bure. Yeah. What you say? Candace, Cameron, Bure.
Yeah.
Okay, what you say, Candace Bure, the segment where we watch Candace's Instagram and we talk about it.
What did she say, Patrick?
Talk about
What
it. Talk
did she
about
say?
it.
Here we go. I don't know what this is. We'll see.
We'll see.
So I have to tell you, I made the switch for Boris's food from dry food to the farmer's dog, because this is real food. It's fresh food. It gets delivered to my door. It's actually tested on humans. But it has real ingredients like pork and turkey and chicken and carrots and fresh greens. And the best part is Boris loves it. Like, loves it. Can't get enough of it. He salivates as I open the packet and put it into the bowl.
That's every dog with every food.
He's really happy. And I'm a happy dog mama.
And then she
Are
goes
you
to
hungry?
show
'Cause I see
Boris
some
like
drool.
getting ready to eat the
Are
food.
you-
And we all know Boris hates her.
Boris, it's right here.
Boris does hate her.
Yeah.
He's like, give me that shit, bitch.
You're gonna be a good boy.
He's like, no, I don't.
No.
Don't. Oh,
Is
he's
that
still
doing
good-
the safe
He's still a
signal
good
on the
dog.
bottom?
He's still a good boy.
Boris, do you love
That
it?
is an enormous dog.
I know.
Yes,
A
he
huge dog.
does.
All right. You
If
get
you're
there.
interested in fresh food for your dog,
I still imagine with how big that dog is, I know she's got a purse for it.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Just a big Louis Vuitton.
So, Candace
Carrying case
just doing some spawn for some dog food, as you do. Mm-hmm. What I love about that is that it's tested on humans.
Yeah.
That was my big question.
What?
What are you, how?
Do you really
And
need to
why?
test it? Like if it is just pork and vegetables?
Yeah, you don't
Well,
need
if
to test it on humans.
Yeah.
Or you just be like, okay, humans, what do you think? Everyone just answers, it needs salt.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just needs salt.
Right. It's
Well,
for
it's
for a
fine.
dog, right? I guess it's
Obviously,
fine.
this is dog food, but like,
Well, I saw you
mean,
just put pork and vegetables in that blender
or
and then feed it to
or
me.
people are like, this is dog food. How do you feel about it? Actually, less salt. You should probably put less salt in it,
Right.
Because it's for dogs, and we know that because we're humans, and you don't have to test us.
No.
You don't have to test food on a
No.
human.
Have you ever been to a focus group? Those people would be
Uh-huh.
like, it's great. Can I get my check?
Can I get my check? Great, this is fine. Whatever,
Yikes.
whatever it takes
Well,
to get that check.
I guess the point about the humans is that it's edible.
Yeah, we can eat it, but
Well,
so can like it doesn't.
I
I,
just
mean,
think
we
she-
can eat dog food. Humans can eat dog food. It's fine. Like
But
if you eat
she
dog
was
food, it
also
doesn't taste good.
Yeah, it's not good. But I just didn't like how smug she was, where she's like, it's tested on humans. I'm like, whoa, okay, Candace.
Yeah, it just, I don't know what that means.
I don't know. I mean, it kind of freaks me out a little bit.
It's like we're reversing the roles. See, the lipstick is now being tested on humans first
Not bunnies.
for the dog lipstick.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
trying to solve-
Yeah.
The glue is made out of humans' feet. And,
Human toes.
and then the horses do arts and crafts.
Oh my god. All right.
we're reversing the roles.
We are.
Oh, Candace, you got us.
You got us, Candace.
Kenny, do you have anything you'd like to plug in the pluggy time of the podcast?
Pluggy time?
Well, I'll tell you what, Patrick. If the people out there just go to Kenny Metroff, that's METROFF,
two F's.
2Fs, .com. Go to show dates. I got some shows at Second City this month, and then for the holidays as well.
Perfect.
So if this is this coming out this week?
No.
No, not at all.
No, this is Advent calendar.
Well, this is what I meant by this week is you'll have plenty of time to get tickets for December the 19th through the 21st. We have our holiday show at Second City called
Wonderful.
Gold, Frankincense, and America.
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 Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
playing
So
in the
that is
studio stages.
that would be this week.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
Absolutely.
Who knows?
I don't know anymore.
Who knows?
At this point, I pretended to know at the beginning, and now I'm like, I don't know. We pre-record. You know.
Who knows?
You know, listeners.
Kenny Metroff Docket. Or follow me Instagram at One Dad Influence, all
Dad
spelled
Influence.
out as in one word.
Oh, okay.
It's my satirical influencer account for parents.
Nice.
Yep.
Because I'm a stay-at-home dad as well.
There you go.
Yep.
But Drew, how about you?
You can follow me at Drew Butt with Pants. You can also follow my band, The Limbos, on Spotify, on Amazon, on iTunes, music, all the music places. Just get it there.
Perfect.
Get it there.
Wonderful. Well, thank you both for being here. And
for
thank you,
having us.
listeners, for checking back in with Lifetime in Court. We watch these movies, so you don't have to, but if you do, we'd love to hear from you. You can follow me at Patrick Miguel or the podcast at Lifetime in Court. Don't forget to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. Okay, bye.